cry that day because of her. Today, I want to share a story that is very special to me. A moment that touched my heart and showed how powerful love can be. It's about the day I made my dad cry because of her. It all started on a sunny Saturday afternoon when I decided to invite my dad over for dinner. He had been going through a rough time lately, and I wanted to lift his spirits. I had been dating someone special for a few months, and I thought it would be a great opportunity for him to meet her. I believed that her warmth and kindness would bring him some comfort. I spent the day preparing a nice meal, cooking his favorite dish, lasagna. As I chopped vegetables and simmered the sauce, I could feel my excitement building. I wanted everything to be perfect, not just for him but also to show her how much I cared about both of them. When my dad arrived, I greeted him with a big hug. "It's great to see you, Dad. I've got a surprise for you today," I said, trying to contain my excitement. He raised an eyebrow, curious about what I had planned. As we set the table, I could sense his mood lightening. We chatted about his week and shared some laughs. The atmosphere felt warm and inviting, and I was happy to see him smiling. When my girlfriend arrived, I could see my dad's interest peaked. I introduced her, and the moment she stepped in, her positive energy filled the room. "Hi, it's so nice to finally meet you," she said, extending her hand with a warm smile. My dad shook her hand and returned the smile, but I could tell he was a bit nervous. I hoped they would connect, knowing how much I valued both of their personalities. We all sat down to eat, and as we began to enjoy the lasagna, the conversation flowed easily. They talked about everything: family, hobbies, and even shared a few funny stories. I watched as my dad relaxed and opened up. It felt like the weight of the world was lifting off his shoulders, and I felt a sense of relief. As the dinner progressed, I noticed how my dad seemed to be genuinely enjoying her company. They laughed together, and I could see the spark of connection forming between them. It warmed my heart to see him so happy. After we finished eating, I suggested we play a board game to keep the fun going. We moved to the living room, and my dad joined in with enthusiasm. The competitive spirit in him came alive, and we all shared plenty of laughs. At one point during the game, I could see my dad looking over at my girlfriend as she made a clever move. "You're really good at this," he said, genuinely impressed. "I could use you on my team." The compliment seemed to brighten her day, and I could see how much it meant to her. As the evening went on, I decided to share something heartfelt. I looked at my dad and said, "You know, Dad, I've seen how hard things have been for you lately. I just want you to know that I care about you so much, and I'm really happy you're here tonight." He looked at me, his expression shifting to something deeper. "I appreciate that more than you know," he replied, his voice slightly shaky. "It means a lot to me to spend time with you and to see you happy." I then turned to my girlfriend, and I'm grateful for her too. She has brought so much light into my life. As I spoke, I could see the emotions welling up in my dad's eyes. He blinked hard, trying to hold back tears. In that moment, I realized the impact of love and connection. My dad wasn't just happy for me. He was also feeling the warmth of having someone special in our lives. "You've made me proud," he finally said, his voice cracking. "It's nice to see you surrounded by people who care about you." At that point, tears started to roll down his cheeks, and I felt my heart swell. It was a mix of joy and sadness, knowing how deeply he felt in that moment. I reached over and hugged him tightly. "I love you, Dad." My girlfriend joined in, wrapping her arms around both of us. It was a powerful moment of love, connection, and healing. I could see how much it meant to him to feel that support from both of us. After that, we spent the rest of the evening sharing stories, laughing, and enjoying each other's company. It became one of those nights that I would always remember. A beautiful blend of family, love, and growth. As I reflect on that day, I'm reminded of the importance of sharing our lives with those we care about. It reinforced the idea that love has the power to heal and bring people together. I'm grateful for that moment and how it deepened the bond between my dad, my girlfriend, and me. Moving forward, I knew I wanted to create more experiences like that one. Ones filled with love, laughter, and connection. I look forward to the memories we'll continue to build as a family, knowing that each moment strengthens our relationships and enriches our lives. After that memorable evening, I felt a renewed sense of connection with both my dad and my girlfriend. It made me realize how important it is to foster relationships with the people we love. I wanted to continue creating opportunities for them to bond and share meaningful experiences together. A few weeks later, I decided to plan a family outing. I wanted to invite my girlfriend and my dad for a day filled with fun activities that would allow them to spend more time together. After some brainstorming, I settled on a trip to the local amusement park. I knew both of them enjoyed thrill rides and had a great sense of adventure. When I told my dad about the plan, he was excited. "That sounds fantastic. I haven't been to the amusement park in ages," he said, his enthusiasm infectious. I could already see the spark of excitement in his eyes. I also spoke with my girlfriend, who was thrilled about the idea. "I can't wait. It'll be so much fun to experience it together," she replied, and I felt happy knowing that she was just as eager to spend time with my dad. On the day of the outing, I woke up early, feeling a mix of excitement and anticipation. I packed snacks and drinks for the day, ensuring we had everything we needed for a great time. When we met up, the energy was high, and I could feel the joy radiating from both of them. As we entered the amusement park, the vibrant colors and sounds surrounded us. The smell of popcorn and cotton candy filled the air, and I felt a sense of nostalgia wash over me. We started with a ride on the Ferris wheel, giving us a beautiful view of the park. I could see my dad and girlfriend sharing laughs as we climbed higher. "Look at that view. This is amazing," my dad shouted, clearly enjoying the moment. I captured their smiles on camera, cherishing the happiness that surrounded us. After the Ferris wheel, we jumped into the action by trying out the thrilling roller coasters. My dad was a bit hesitant at first, but with some encouragement from my girlfriend and me, he decided to give it a shot. "Let's do it," he exclaimed, and I could see the excitement in his eyes as we approached the ride. The thrill of the roller coaster ride was contagious. We screamed and laughed together, and I could see my dad's worries melting away. By the end of it, he was grinning from ear to ear, clearly proud of his adventurous spirit. As the day continued, we tried various games and attractions. I watched as my dad and girlfriend teamed up to win a stuffed animal at one of the booths. They were competitive and playful, and their camaraderie made my heart swell. It was a joy to see them getting along so well, creating their own memories together. During a break, we found a shady spot to sit and enjoy the snacks I had packed. As we shared stories about our favorite rides and moments of the day, I felt grateful for the bond we were building. I knew this day would be one we'd all remember fondly. Later, as the sun began to set, we decided to take a final ride on the carousel. The gentle music and colorful lights created a magical atmosphere. As we rode around, I looked over at my dad and girlfriend, both smiling and enjoying the moment. I felt a sense of happiness wash over me, knowing that I had created a special experience for all of us. As we wrapped up our day at the amusement park, I could see how much my dad appreciated spending time with my girlfriend. It made me realize that moments like these were essential for deepening relationships and creating lasting memories. When we returned home, I felt a wave of satisfaction. The day had been a success, and I was grateful for the connection we had fostered. As we said our goodbyes, my dad looked at me and said, "Thank you for today. It meant a lot to me." "I'm glad you had fun," I replied, feeling a sense of warmth in my heart. I turned to my girlfriend and added, "Thank you for being a part of it. You made it even more special." With each passing day, I knew I wanted to continue creating moments like these, strengthening the bonds between my dad and my girlfriend. I felt a renewed sense of hope for our future together, knowing that love and connection could heal and bring people closer. Reflecting on that day, I realized how important it is to cherish those we love and to create opportunities for joy and connection. I looked forward to planning more adventures, knowing that every experience would enrich our lives and strengthen our relationships. As the weeks went by after our fun-filled day at the amusement park, I continued to prioritize creating moments that would bring my dad and my girlfriend closer together. I realized that these shared experiences were essential for nurturing our relationships. Inspired by the success of our outing, I decided to plan another event, a family picnic at a local park. I envisioned a relaxed day where we could enjoy good food, play games, and simply enjoy each other's company. I felt it was the perfect opportunity for my dad and girlfriend to bond further in a casual setting. I sent a message to my dad and girlfriend, sharing my plan. How about a picnic this weekend? We can make it a fun day with food and games. They both quickly responded with enthusiasm, excited about the idea. Count me in, my dad replied, while my girlfriend added, I can't wait to help prepare. The day before the picnic, we all coordinated our contributions. My dad offered to bring his famous barbecue chicken, while my girlfriend volunteered to prepare some delicious salads and desserts. I decided to handle the drinks and snacks, eager to contribute to our meal. On the day of the picnic, I arrived at the park early to set up our spot. I found a beautiful area under a large tree, where we could enjoy the shade. As I laid out the picnic blanket, I felt a sense of anticipation for the day ahead. When my dad and girlfriend arrived, I greeted them with a big smile. This looks great, my dad said, taking in the scene. My girlfriend set down the food, and we started arranging everything on the blanket. The aroma of the barbecue chicken wafted through the air, making my stomach growl in anticipation. As we settled down to eat, I felt grateful to have them both by my side. The conversation flowed easily, filled with laughter and stories. I watched as my dad and girlfriend exchanged jokes and chatted about their interests, and it made me happy to see them connecting. After finishing our meal, we decided to play some outdoor games. We brought along a frisbee and a soccer ball, and I could see the excitement in my dad's eyes. Let's see if I still have it, he said with a laugh, showing he was ready to join in on the fun. We spent the next hour running around, tossing the frisbee, and kicking the soccer ball. The energy was contagious, and I could see my dad's competitive spirit shining through. He even challenged my girlfriend to a mini soccer match, and they both played with enthusiasm. At one point, as I filmed their friendly competition, I noticed how comfortable they had become with each other. They cheered each other on and shared playful banter, and it warmed my heart to see the bond growing between them. After our games, we settled back onto the blanket, taking a moment to catch our breath. I turned to my dad and girlfriend, eager to capture the essence of the day. This has been amazing. I'm so glad we could spend this time together, I said, looking at both of them. My dad smiled and added, I really needed this. It's great to spend time outdoors and have fun with you both. My girlfriend nodded in agreement, her eyes shining with happiness. I love these moments. They make me feel like we're truly a family. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the park, I took a moment to reflect. I felt grateful for the connections we were building and how these experiences were creating lasting memories. It was clear that my dad and girlfriend were forming a special bond, and I couldn't have been happier. Before we left, we took a few group photos to remember the day. I made sure to capture the smiles and laughter that filled the air, knowing these pictures would serve as a beautiful reminder of our time together. As we packed up and headed home, I felt a sense of fulfillment. I knew that by investing in these moments, I was nurturing the love and support in our lives. I looked forward to planning more gatherings and adventures, knowing that each experience would strengthen our connections and create lasting joy. Reflecting on the day, I felt hopeful about the future. I was excited to see where our journey would take us and how our relationships would continue to grow. Together, we were building something beautiful, filled with love, laughter, and cherished memories.